Hello everyone. I want to share with you something very, very beneficial that benefited me and benefited all the people that I helped when it comes to bad habits and addictions. And what I found is that you just need the right perspective towards the problems that you have. And in this video, we're going to talk about the bad habits and addictions. I have some notes on my screen right now, so I'm going to walk you through these, and it should, by the end of this video, reframe your perspective and should allow you to be able to finally break your bad habits and addictions. I truly, truly understand how painful it is to have the addiction and keep relapsing over and over again without having a solution. You want to quit them, especially porn, but it can be social media, it can be anything. But I genuinely understand how it feels to wanting to quit, but you can't. You keep relapsing and you hate yourself. Every time you relapse, you hate yourself. You feel self-shame, self-hate, and you're even having the feeling of shame to ask for help. Because if you're like a 20-year-old guy who's addicted to porn, for example, like you're gonna have so much shame to actually admit it to another guy that you're addicted and you want help. And that's the biggest problem of it. Now, this video is for any bad habit or addiction. It's not just for porn or social media. It can be for junk food. It can be for smoking. It can be for alcohol, because all of them have a specific root behind them. So the first thing that I want to talk to you about is, instead of, when you do the addiction or the bad habit, instead of judging yourself and hating yourself, you're going to use curiosity. So instead of saying, I should quit it, I want to quit it, but I can't, this is really bad, I'm a really bad person, whatever self-talk you have, instead of doing that, have curiosity. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I doing these bad habits and addictions? And this is the first step. This is the first step for you to be able to find the root cause behind it, to be able to solve it, because the substances or the activities that you're addicted to, they're soothing something, but it's not satiating. And what I mean by not satiating, it means it's soothing something, but temporarily, not permanently. And that's why you keep getting back to it. So let's give you the example of porn, because it's very common among young men. And I have like a community. I'm not trying to sell you something, but to give you an example, I have a community of over 100 people. Most of them are young men, and most of the addictions they have is porn. And what I also found is that people don't have like one addiction or bad habit. They have multiple. So let me give you an example of porn. So when you do it, what good feelings does it bring to you? Relaxation, validation, escape. There's specific good feelings that if you genuinely ask yourself, when you watch it, what does it give you? What good feelings does it give you? And once you find those, you can trace it back to the bad things that you have, to the stress or anxiety or the mental pains that you have. I've watched so many videos about addictions, and I've read a lot of books from therapists, psychiatrists, psychologists, physicians, and the information that I found is that addictions and bad habits is not a choice, and it's not in the genetics, it's not in the genes. People, it's like, if your parents are addicted to alcohol and you are addicted to alcohol, it's not because they have the gene of addiction to alcohol. It doesn't exist. It's because of something psychological. So once you find those good emotions that these addictions or bad habits are soothing, you're going to ask yourself, what are the bad feelings that are soothing? Like, find the good emotions that are bringing to you, and then trace it back to the bad emotions. Find the reason why you're doing those. That's how you find the reason, by finding the good emotions and then trace it back to the bad emotions. Is it soothing anxiety? Is it soothing stress? Is it soothing discomfort? Is it soothing something else? You have to find those. Now, once you find those bad feelings, and it's going to take you some time, you're going to actually like sit down, phone away, pen and paper, and start writing down, or you can write it down on your computer. But you need to be focused, and you need to find the root cause behind it. And once you find those bad feelings, you need to ask yourself, why am I feeling those in the first place? If you're feeling stressed, it's because maybe you're starting a business and you can't figure it out, you can't make money, and it's been 6 months and you still haven't made any money, so you're feeling stressed. Maybe that's the reason. And porn is giving you escape, is giving you relaxation, maybe validation, because you're not getting the validation that you want from maybe your parents or your girlfriend or your friends. So because you're not successful in your business yet, so your brain actually resides to porn to get that same feeling. So you gotta find those bad emotions and ask yourself, why am I feeling those? And now the question is, well, I'm feeling anxious because of this situation. I'm not gonna tell you to not feel anxious. Well, solve it or shift your perspective. If you're feeling anxious about business and you've been in the business for 6 months, for example, and you still haven't made any money, and you not making money from it for 6 months is giving you anxiety, well, you gotta shift your perspective and understand that business is a very long-term game. And especially if you're just getting started, it's gonna take a long time. So you have to keep that in mind. You just need to find the thing and shift your perspective. Now, of course, finding the information to be able to shift to the right perspective is difficult. That's why you need to find the root cause behind the bad emotions and then look for people that can help you. Watch videos that can shift your perspective around that, or go to school communities or different places, or maybe even subreddits and posting there and asking for perspectives, and let people give you those solutions. Okay. So you can ask also another question to be able to find the root cause, which is, what would have to be true for this habit to not exist? And this also will trace you back to the bad emotions that you're feeling. So let me repeat that question for you. What would have to be true for this habit or addiction to not exist? Okay? So there are common questions that people ask when I tell them about this solution, which is finding the good emotions, the bad emotions, and finding the root cause. One of the first question is, what if I can't meet the need right now? Like, okay, I have the feeling of anxiety. What if I can't meet it? We gotta shift your perspective. When it comes to business, it's a long-term game. It's gonna maybe take you years before you start making real money. Now, is that for everyone? No. Some people started making money very quickly. But you just need to look at the majority of people. What's common, what's normal, and shift your perspective towards that. Now, of course, aim to be the exceptional person that can make money very quickly. Aim to be that, but don't harm yourself because you have that goal. Another question people ask me is, what if my need is dependent on someone else? So this depends on the habit or the addiction. I can't really give you a specific answer for this because it depends on you, and it depends on the habit and the addiction that you have. The best piece of advice I can give you for this question is ask yourself, what is that other person is giving you? Not physically, but emotionally. So the question is, what if my need is dependent on someone else? Well, that someone else, what feelings, what good feelings are they giving you? Because it's the same thing. You're either addicted to the substance or an activity, or maybe not addicted to a person per se, but that person is soothing something for you. So you need to ask yourself, well, what are the good feelings that this person is giving me? And then trace it back to the bad emotions and fix the root. Because when people ask me, what if my need is dependent on someone else? They're looking at the effect, not the cause. The third question that I usually get when I give them the solution is, what if I don't know what I need? Again, find the good feelings, trace it back to the bad feelings. One way to find the bad feelings is ask yourself, before I do the bad habit or addiction, what am I feeling? Next time, when you have this urge to do the bad habit or addiction, ask yourself, what am I feeling? Am I feeling anxiety, stress, boredom? Boredom can be a big one too. And once you find that bad feeling, that emotion, That's how you can find the need. Okay? So, to get back to the curiosity instead of judgment, the thing is with curiosity, and why is it very important for you to use curiosity to be able to break your bad habits and addictions, is because it's a loop. So you judge yourself for it. So let's say you do the bad habit or addiction, you relapse. You judge yourself for it, and then you feel discomfort. And then because you feel discomfort, you want to soothe this bad feeling, so you go back to the bad habit. So you do it again, you relapse, and then you judge yourself again. And it's a loop. You can break this loop with being curious about it instead of judging yourself. So next time when you relapse, instead of hating yourself for it and feeling self-hate and shame, ask yourself, why am I doing this? What good feelings does it bring to me? Those good feelings, why are they soothing? And why am I feeling those bad feelings that the good feelings are soothing? Okay? So that's it. That's it for the video. These are the points that I wanted to explain to you. I hope you got some value. I hope you practice this exercise, like I genuinely do. Because as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I have a community of over 100 people that I'm helping with breaking their habits and addictions. And the reason I started this community is because I used to be that person. I used to have so many addictions and bad habits any 20-year-old could have, and I broke them. And I know how painful they are to have them and relapse on them and want to quit them, but you keep failing again and again and again. I know the feeling, I promise you. It's the most painful thing. And the reason I started this community is because I'm passionate about psychology and I'm passionate about changing people's lives. And I'm actually doing that with this community. I'm actually doing that. If you want to check it out, you can click on the link in the description. But that's it for the video. I hope you practice this exercise. Please let me know after you practice it, the results that you got in the comment section. I would love to hear it from you. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.